Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us here at the From the Vows to Victory Summit. Let's just talk.
We have a dynamic speaker, Ty Miles, and her topic, emotional intimacy, 5 connection rituals, a guide to daily romance.
Wow. Let me tell you something about Ty Miles. She's a dynamic speaker. She's a certified personal coach, a metaphysician, a best-selling author, an international speaker, and an entrepreneur. She's the creator of a personal development brand, Fierce Her Woman, and the founder of Women's Wellbeing Firm. Her mission is to help women be well as they do well. She also mentors early stage entrepreneurs to help build, launch, and grow profitable businesses with her program, Empowered CEO Mastermind. She specializes in self-love, mindset, boundary setting, business growth strategy, along with manifestation work, so she can help her clients create lasting results in life and in business. She is unique with her transparent, energetic, and relatable teaching style. She's able to provide transformation by helping her clients increase their power and challenge their fears and take the risks necessary to reach their true and full potential. Everyone, let's welcome none other than Ty Miles.
Hi there, Ty Miles here, and I am super excited to be part of this year's Vows to the Victory Summit. Thank you so much, Sakeisha and Eric, for allowing me to be part of this amazing event. For those of you who are new to me, my name is Ty Miles. I am a personal coach to women, business strategist, and marketing and sales expert. As an amazing entrepreneur, I have to give so much of my success, to credit so much of my success to having a strong relationship with my husband. He is such a huge fan of mine. He's my personal cheerleader. He is my cameraman, my audio man, my, pat me on the back when I want to cry type of guy. He is there and has been there through it all. And today I'm going to share with you a little bit of how we have grown our bond and really strengthened our relationship the way we have. I'm going to take just a moment here to share my screen. Perfect. So today's topic is all about emotional intimacy. And I'm going to share with you 5 connection rituals that you can use every day to build romance into your marriage, into your relationship. Romance is such a word that, it can mean so many things. But when I tell you, when my husband walks into the room, he still makes my body do something, right? And women, that's an amazing feeling, and men the same. Like every woman and every man in a relationship should want that feeling. So today, my hope is that by the time you finish this session, you're going to know exactly how to do that, right? You're going to be able to manufacture that feeling in your partner. So here's my handsome husband, Jason Miles. I am this guy. As you can tell, I can say a million things about him. He is truly my best friend. We are 20 years into our marriage, so we've been married since 2005. We've been married, for 15 years, but we've been together 20 years, and that's over half of my life. Over half of our lives we spent together already. I think we met each other when I was 18 or 19. So here I am now, 38 years young, and we're still going strong. I will tell you that while we're still going strong, us being together for so much of our lives, of course, we've had lots of bumpy patches. It has not been roses every day. To be completely honest, we've been nearly divorced. And that's how I would say it. My husband, he would say he would never allow us to divorce. But when I say nearly divorced, there's been times where our relationship has really been challenged. We faced our own share of obstacles in so many ways that many of you have probably experienced as well. We don't have enough time to go into all of that, but there's my honey, Mr. Jason Miles, and I'm going to be sharing a little bit more of him with you all throughout this session. Now, in this session, you will learn how to communicate to your partner that they are loved and appreciated, how to create a deep connection and strengthen the emotional bond in your marriage, and lastly, how to increase physical intimacy through affectionate, non-sexual, intimate conversation. And that's really one of the things I have learned to enjoy the absolute most, is the ability to create this strong emotional intimacy with him. And I think that's why our relationship is so strong. Now, I want to share here, what do you think? What do you think the number one most important thing to a devoted, solid relationship is? Most people say trust. Most people say intimacy. For me, that word is friendship. And I believe that trust and intimacy sort of flow into friendship. But I'm talking about my husband and I, we are best friends. And many of the couples that we hang out with, that we surround ourselves with in our circle, I see that same quality reflected in our relationships, is that their partners are also their best friends. Meaning that there are times that my husband say things that I don't like, but I choose not to get offended because he's telling me as a friend to grow me. I really believe that he has my best interest at heart. And for your relationship to grow strong, to thrive, to be blissful and successful, you need that same type of bond, right? What I realize right now is that, you know, I often would wonder, like, why some relationships would be successful. I can see the love. I can feel the love that they have for one another. I can tell they're making plans for their future. They're flourishing. While other relationships, they are barely hanging on by a thread, and they are really literally walking divorce papers into the courthouse, right? So what's the difference? What is the difference between that relationship that is thriving and that one who's just barely hanging in there? That one when you go home and you like, I don't even want to see you, don't talk to me, don't sleep with me, don't come in the same room with me. I've seen both sides of that coin, and I've been on both sides of that coin. And so I have grown to know that this word, friendship, having a mutual, respectful friendship, loving, caring friendship with your partner is that key ingredient. And today I'm going to teach you 5 things that you can do to develop that connection, that type of bond with your partner. Now, this is a quote that my husband and I came up with this quote together. I asked him the other day, I was like, babe, why do you like me so much? Like, what do you feel like that thing is that keep our marriage so fresh and so fun? And so we both kind of reflected and answered the question together. And this is the quote that came out of that conversation. Intentionality, friendship, and considering your spouse when making daily decisions create an unbreakable bond. What do you think about that? Intentionality. We are very intentional with loving one another, with praising one another, with supporting one another. Our friendship is a priority for the both of us. And yes, every single day when I make a decision, I think about how it will affect my husband, and he does the same for me. So I just love this. So much practical gold in this quote. So here we're about to dive into our 5 connection rituals to build romance daily. And I'm gonna train. This is gonna be a quick and dirty training, a quick training. So let's go into number 1. The first connection ritual is greeting and reunion rituals. This is a time when you bring your separate lives together again and reconnect at the end of each workday or after spending time apart. So greeting and reunion rituals. So for instance, if either you are going off to work for the day or you're going to be away from each other for a long period of time, we're talking about when you come back together. So I want to share one exercise that you can do. Here's the exercise. Greet your partner with enthusiasm and affection to let them know that you are happy in their presence. So when you all have had this time apart, whether it's work, whether you've been on a vacation, you spent some time apart from one another. When you come back together again, greet them. Be excited to see them. I tell you, this is one of the things that my husband and I do every single day. He comes into the door and he comes to kiss me. It doesn't matter if whatever I'm doing, I can be cooking, I can be teaching, like right now. I don't think he'll come on camera right now, but he will come into my atmosphere and he wants to see my eyes light up. And he's definitely going to lean in and give me a kiss. So this is that enthusiasm that you create when you and your partner come back together again. So let's discuss the second ritual. The second ritual is called the parting ritual. This time provides opportunities to spend some time talking with your spouse before going your separate ways for the day. I can't tell you how important this is. So in the morning, when my husband and I wake up, we don't just jump out of the bed and go on about the demands of the day. We look at one another. I wake up, he wakes up, and I lay in his arms, for 2 minutes. Doesn't have to be a long amount of time, but we spend that time connecting with one another. So let's get into the exercise that I want you guys to practice. Share 2 minutes of undistracted communication before leaving for work or jumping into the demands of the day. Share 2 minutes of undistracted communication before leaving for work or jumping into the demands of the day. So this could be 2 minutes of talking. Maybe you want to ask your partner about what they have going on in their day. What's your agenda for the day? What are your plans for the day? Or it could be where you're not sharing any words and you might do something like my husband and I, where we just cuddle with each other. We have that undistracted time with one another before we go off for the day. So let's go into ritual number 3, which is appreciation and admiration rituals. This is when you are expressing admiration and appreciation to your partner, which will make them feel valued and help them notice that you appreciate the positive qualities about them. And so let me tell you, for a long time, I struggled in this area. And this kind of goes back to the love languages. And I now realize that one of my husband's love language is like words of affirmation. He likes to know when I appreciate what he's doing. And I'm going to share with you really quickly before we go into this exercise. We just came back off of a family vacation. And on our way back home, as soon as we pulled the SUV into the driveway, he got out the truck to unload the luggage. And I went up to him and I hugged him. And I said, "Thank you, baby, for getting us home safely." I can't tell you how his eyes just lit up because he didn't expect that. But I really did appreciate, because I don't have to do any of the driving. And he does. That was a 5-hour drive. And so the fact that he took on all the driving, never complained about it, made sure we made it home safely, I was so appreciative. And it's one thing to think that to ourselves, but it means something totally different when you actually verbalize it. So here's your exercise. Notice your spouse's positive qualities and actions. Verbally express appreciation and admiration for the big and small things your spouse does every single day. So what small things, what big things do they do? Think about how they navigate their day and all the people that they may manage and everything that they have, all the thoughts that they may have internal and all of the pressures they may be having external, but still they show up for you. Still they appreciate you. Still they do whatever they need to do to ensure that your relationship, your home is taken care of, right? That you're taken care of. So you want to take the time to show some appreciation and admiration towards your spouse. The 4th ritual is affection rituals. This time is vital to feeling connected to each other and provide opportunities to show affection in your own unique ways. So One of the things that my husband, well, we show each other affection all the time. I mean, my kids, they always saying, you know, public display of affection, TMI, you all are so lovey-dovey. This exercise is really where you want to get physical. So you want to share physical connection with your spouse. Touch, hug, kiss, get physical, all of the above, right? So this could look like literally just touching, just holding one another, your spouse's head laying in your lap or laying on your shoulder. This could be holding hands. This could be a hug. And I'm gonna tell you, for me, I have this little thing about my space. So one of the areas that I had to improve a lot in, because my husband is very touchy-feely, and I'm not naturally very touchy-feely, but I know that he enjoys that. And so this particular exercise has really strengthened our bond. And I'm talking about, this is an area that I am working on right now. I'm very intentional with it, allowing him to hug me extra long, allowing him to kiss me longer, like all of these things, because I am not really a touchy-feely person, but I am growing in that area. This could be not only like sexual intimacy, but this could be working out together. Like that physical activity could be going for a morning walk together. But it's all about spending that time and really being physical in a way that feels good for the both of you, but it definitely grounds and further connects you on a deeper spiritual. And when I say spiritual, I'm just talking about psychological and spiritual and emotionally. It brings you all together in a special way. And last, but certainly not least, the date night rituals, the date night rituals. This time gives you and your partner a regular space to reconnect and enjoy spending quality time together. So this could be something that this doesn't have to definitely be a thing where you go out, and especially right now with the pandemic going on. I know that some states are reopening, but there are still some of us, like myself, who are taking extra precautions with going out and eating in restaurants. Date night can literally just be spending time at home. The sweetest thing that my husband did for me this past week was we ate out, and we don't usually eat out. We would buy McDonald's and Chick-fil-A for the children. But this particular day, it was a long day. Both of us had worked really hard that day. We decided on McDonald's. The kids were happy. And so I was like, I'll take a fish sandwich. And I was just expecting a fish sandwich. He came into the patio area. We was watching television, and he opened up my fish fillet box. And to my surprise, and I just was like blushing, he ordered my fish fillet sandwich with lettuce, tomato, and extra tartar sauce, just the way I like it. Haven't had it that way, when I tell you, in years. I'm talking about over 10 years. The fact that he remembered that this particular time, that just made me feel so special, that he thought of just that little small thing, and he felt like I would appreciate it. And so we had our fish fillet, we were on the patio, and we watched the movie. We Netflixed and chill, right? And so that's a date night. But date night can look many different ways. Get creative, get imaginative. You know, if you can't go to the beach, create a beach-like scene at the house and enjoy that beach. You know, maybe you might have a tropical drink. Maybe you all may lounge in your swimwear. I mean, be creative and have fun together. That's what it's all about. Keeping it fun, keep it flirty, and have a good time with one another. So let's talk about the exercise here. This exercise is to play and create new experiences together. Play. Yes, grown married people, you can play. You can still play and have fun with one another. And it doesn't have to always start in the bedroom. Now, it can definitely end in the bedroom, but you want to be playful and keep things light and airy and fun. I've noticed that oftentimes in marriage, because, you know, marriage is not the easiest thing, and life is not the easiest thing. Two adults working, in most cases, working jobs, or whether one of you might be working a job and the other might be managing the house, they're still both mentally and emotionally draining responsibilities. So when you come back home, you want to make sure that you are creating an environment, an atmosphere of love, one that you all can thrive in, and not just bring in the extra pressure and the extra weightiness of the outside world into your home space. These activities are really, 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 really good at helping you keep a healthy and vibrant environment that supports a space where you and your spouse would want to connect, would want to, express love and appreciation and affection towards one another. Because when things get tight and tough and heavy, no one really wants to be lovey-dovey. But when you can find a way to manage life, to manage all the transitions that come in life, to manage all of the responsibilities that come along with life and a relationship, and a successful relationship, because successful relationships take intentionality. These exercises are going to help you really take the time to say, hey, I see you. I appreciate what you do. I thank you for being who you are to me. My life would not be what it is without you. And that remains true whether your relationship is experiencing hardship at the moment or not. You can be experiencing a hardship or a difficult moment in your relationship and still know that that person cares for you, still knows that your spouse loves you. You still know that your spouse is going out there to do what's necessary to take care of the family and to take care of your home, right? To make sure that you are provided for, that you feel respected, appreciated, important, and loved. So these exercises, these 5 exercises will allow you to do that. So today, just in case you did not, take the fastest notes today, I want to let you know that each of you will receive a free gift from me. And this is the 5 connection rituals guide and daily connection tracker. So it's going to recap all of the 5 rituals that I've talked about throughout this session. And then there's a daily tracker. So the goal of this activity, this workbook, is to plan 5 hours of connection time each week. Now, 5 hours may seem like a lot, but it's really not. You're just going to add up small things each day, small activities each day, small intentional activities each day that add up to the 5 hours over the course of the week. So I hope that you print it, actually use it, right? And I definitely pray that you receive something valuable from this session today. I hope something resonated with you. I hope that you were excited. As you can tell that I'm excited about these 5 rituals because I live by this. My marriage have, shifted and transformed in some beautiful ways as a result of these 5 rituals that I've shared with you all today. So I definitely want to invite you all to connect with me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, with The Ty Miles. That's at The Ty Miles. And if you truly enjoyed this session, I want to hear from you. I love to hear from my audience. And so all I'm asking for you to do is send me an email at ty@tymiles.com. Let me know what valuable insight you gained from today's session. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Thank you again for giving me such a huge listening. Be blessed. Bye for now, and I hope to see you all soon.